How's it going, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Prodigy, and welcome to another video on the channel. Today, guys, I wanted to calm it down a little bit from the Remind discussion, videos, etc., and I wanted to talk more about Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. Now, after Remind released, we got a brand new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross story update, which was pretty significant, not gonna lie, but I didn't really cover it too much because I was still, like, trying to take everything in from Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. All I did was upload my reaction / discussion video, and you guys really came out for that one. Thank you guys so much. I'm surprised that people are enjoying Union Cross content as much as they are on the channel, because I kind of thought for a while that no one wanted to hear about Union Cross. Everyone just only wanted to hear about Kingdom Hearts 3 or 2 or 1, but you guys are really invested, similar to me, in this mobile game. It's nice to know that I'm not the only one who's kind of like addicted to this thing. But I wanted to talk about a topic that has been going around the Kingdom Hearts community for a long time, and it really started like getting a little heated when the recent story update happened, and that is about the discussion of if Ventus is really evil. Most people I've talked to seem to be pretty set in stone that Ventus is the one who coached Strelitzia, whether it be through Ventus, the darkness inside him, or whatever. Some people think Ventus is darkness, and maybe he's influencing Ventus to do these terrible things. I don't really know. But all we know right now about Ventus is that, one, he's a union leader, and that he's not supposed to be a union leader. Because as they revealed in the last update, he was the one who was not on the list. Finally, we get the answer to this huge story arc that's been going on in Union Cross since I think like early 2017. It's 2020 now, and they only just now gave us the answer of who is the one that's not supposed to be there, who's the one who replaced Strelitzia, and now we know that it's Ventus, or at least that's what they're making it seem. As Brain confronted him, he's the one who knows, and he said Ventus is the one who is not on the list. And then it faded to black, and we didn't see what happened after that conversation, but we probably will towards the ending of this month. Which I have a feeling the story update this month might end up connecting to Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, because we're supposed to be getting Kingdom Hearts Dark Road news almost any day now. They said last month that we were going to be getting news sometime in the middle of February, and it's the middle of February. Hey, who knows? Maybe by the time I upload this video, there's already Dark Road news out. Maybe by the time you watch this video, there's already Dark Road news out, and which, if that's the case, then I probably already have a video up on the channel about that. But I'm very interested to see how those like two things are going to correlate. Ventus kind of just seems like way too much of a good guy to me, but I guess that would be the plot twist, right? The only way I can see Ventus being evil is if it had something to do with Ventus, which technically wouldn't make Ventus evil, it would make Ventus evil, but to the same extent, Ventus is Ventus's darkness. I know there's a confusing conversation going on about that. There's a lot of people that think Ventus is a separate entity based off of interpretations from the recent Remind cutscenes involving him. How Ventus said that he was just stored away inside of Ventus for a really long time, and he doesn't really elaborate on what he means by that. So it can be interpreted in many ways. Some people interpreted it as, okay, Ventus is not anything like Ventus, and he was stored away inside him by someone else, and he's just not related to Ventus like whatsoever. Or you can interpret it like how I personally interpreted it, and that was them basically telling us that Ventus is simply Ventus's darkness. Nothing more, nothing less. He's Ventus's dark half. I remember even in that same cutscene, actually, Ventus said, you know what's going to happen, right? I'm just going to disappear inside you forever.
Huh? But my home is in you. You know what'll happen, right? I'll just disappear inside of you forever. Don't you have any love at all for your own brother?
Which I feel like kind of supports like that mentality. But really, who knows? We don't have the answers. They've been super vague on Ventus's role. It seems pretty likely, like I've been convinced by a lot of very passionate fans of Ventus, that Ventus will have a role in the future. He will return. He will do this, will do that. I personally don't care whether Ventus returns or not. I love the character, do not get me wrong, but I kind of was satisfied with how his story ended in Kingdom Hearts 3, or how I felt like it ended, him simply going back to Ventus like he always wanted to. But if they want to do more with him and fans love it, then I'll probably learn to love it as well. But personally, I don't want them to go the route where Ventus is darkness, or Ventus time traveled back to the key days because Ventus was there and that was his original form sort of thing, you know, the time travel laws. I don't want Ventus to be something that was always like there with him, that was some separate entity that the master put in him, or some friend, some version of Xehanort, whoever put inside him. I want Ventus to stay Ventus's darkness, and I want Ventus and Ventus's relationship to be a little more streamlined. But it's Kingdom Hearts, and streamlining concepts like that is not that often. It would also make modern day cutscenes with Ventus a little awkward considering he's a guardian of light. It's a little up in the air whether he knows about his past now or not, whether he remembers his past now or not, because he remembers Kirathi, it seems. He like opened his arms up for a hug to like reunite with his Kirathi. But before that cutscene, we were under the impression that Ventus knew nothing about anything that happened to him before he met with Aqua, Terra, and Ericus. Maybe he had a couple of memories of Xehanort and what like Xehanort did to him, but outside of that, he seems to not know anything about his past, his life in Daybreak Town, similar to Lorium, similar to Elrona, similar to what seems to be the other characters' situations. So I wonder what it's going to be like if the Guardians find out about this very dark past that he has, where he killed Strelitzia, and I guess you could say Strelitzia being like a very big plot line in Kingdom Hearts Key. She definitely seems to be what everything in Union Cross seems to be revolving around, probably being a big factor in why Daybreak Town, you know, collapsed, and a whole society of Keyblade wielders collapsed. Also, I could be wrong about this, but if Ventus really was this evil to kill Strelitzia and take her spot for what, I don't know, and additionally, if Ventus had this much control over Ventus, wouldn't Ventus meet the requirements to have a Nightmare Kirathi? That's what I think, but his Kirathi is right here in Kingdom Hearts 3, looking perfectly fine like any other like wielder of light. It's a little weird, I may have to research that a little bit more. Though he seems to remember his Kirathi. I wish Aqua and Terra questioned Ventus and asked him what this thing you're carrying at the beginning of Limit Cut is or something, but they kind of just accepted that like Ventus was bringing this thing like with him. I don't know, maybe they'll elaborate on that in some future cutscene. I have no idea, but I thought it was a little weird that they didn't even question it or no one even brought it up. But I also don't feel like Ventus has anything to do with it either, because what most people are telling me how they think Ventus is involved, they either think he's darkness or they think Ventus has some weird split personality thing where one second he's this pure lighthearted boy wanting to save the world, save light, and then there's this Ventus side of him that comes out whenever he's angry and upset, who wants to just kill and destroy everything, and that's the side of him that killed Strelitzia and took the rule book and so on. Which I can't completely deny that, because like we don't know, that could be the case. I feel like there's going to be some weird plot twist within a plot twist thing going on, because I cannot see them making Ventus like this evil like character, or this character who was like so overwhelmed by his darkness that he like was able to kill someone, that he was able to infiltrate the Union leaders and just cause chaos in Daybreak Town essentially. I'm also iffy about Ventus being darkness as well nowadays, because of a line Darkness says in Union Cross where Darkness mentions a old friend, and I can't really think of a old friend Ventus would have except for Xehanort and Ventus, but he wouldn't refer to Ventus as friend. He would never refer to Ventus as friend. He always refers to Ventus as brother. So Xehanort being the other option, that could be pretty possible. I mean, I definitely feel like young Xehanort is going to pop up in Union Cross during his Mark of Mastery exam, which they're probably going to extend that cutscene we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3 of the Master and young Xehanort. I really do feel like they're going to do that, because they did say that young Xehanort explored the land of fairy tales, and I wonder if he like explored Daybreak Town during his calamity, and I wonder if he had anything to do possibly with what's going on right now. So it's really interesting. I'm not as interested in a storyline of Ventus turning out to be this big villain that was under our noses the whole time, because to me there's been very like minimal hints of that, and I feel like the best way they could do that would be by dragging Ventus into this and creating some story where Ventus was some overwhelming darkness that he had even worse like time controlling back in the day. I mean, in the Xander reports they even elaborate like further that Ventus and Ventus are simply just two halves of one being. In my mind, the way I interpret Ventus, I feel like anyone in the Kingdom Hearts series, if they had their darkness ripped from them like that, I feel like a Ventus type being would be created. What Xehanort did in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep was simply rip out Ventus's darkness and give it form. That's my interpretation of it, however. I'm open to the idea of this type of storyline, and I definitely find interest in it, but I really do wonder where they're going to go with this. Are they really going to make Ventus evil, or is there going to be some weird storyline thing where Ventus did something he didn't know? Maybe he isn't the killer after all, maybe darkness is the true killer, or maybe no one did anything. But I cannot see this ending with Ventus being scolded and being in a big battle with all of the union leaders. I feel like something's going to happen that's going to like mix everything up. Nomura's going to throw us for another loop. That's what I'm like anticipating here. And Union Cross has been nothing but just plot twist after plot twist after plot twist. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I know I kind of just went over the place and kind of rambled about this for a bit, but this is a really interesting topic, and it might take me a little bit to warm up like to this topic, but I just really don't feel like Ventus is evil. I cannot see him being evil, being a killer, being anything that's not like this boy that's like super good friends with Terra and Aqua, looking up to them, wanting to be a Keyblade master like them. I can't see like this character just being the bad guy. So I feel like they're going to do something, and I wonder if I'm the only one out here that's like thinking this. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to read them and give you guys like my thoughts as well by replying to some of you. But outside of that though, if you guys enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, and last but not the least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.